motion to pull it off the table.
Can I have a question?
No questions or debates.
Okay, but the motion has to come from the three that,
No. Can't go from anybody.
but Robert Rules of Law says that, and the common council rules.
Does not, I can show you in the book.
Okay, so
Well, anyway, I'll make a motion
Okay,
anyway.
but
I think we should.
I don't think but you should follow, rules of order,
Which are what?
Which are what I make, and I'm saying that that's what it says.
Then why do we have rules if we don't follow?
Here's the rules that we follow, right here. And this is, I've been following these rules for 20 plus years, and right here, it says, take from the table. Second required, debatable, no. Amendable, no. Vote required majority and can be reconsidered, yes.
So you're using basically the same thing here.
And I have the rules of order in my office, I can show you where it says.
It says a main motion that has been laid on the table may be taken up again by adoption of a motion to take from the table. A motion can be taken from the table at the same session or at the next session if that session occurs within a quarterly time interval. Otherwise, the motion dies. So, in order, when another has the floor, no, requires a second yes, debatable no, may be reconsidered, negative vote only, amendable no, vote required a majority. So,
It doesn't say anything in there about the person that made the motion to table.
motion that brings a question again before the assembly, not in the Robert rules, but I think it did in our
My
town
Robert
council.
rules, it says anybody can make a motion.
Rennie, do you want to?
I remove my motion in favor of Bill's.
So
Bill,
Bill's
are
making
you
that.
still in favor of making a
Yeah.
motion?
I will.
Okay. So I have a motion from Billy, do I have a second?
Second.
Do we need 60%
No,
of the committee?
just majority.
All those in favor of taking it off the table? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Opposed?
You guys have it. Actually, I shouldn't do that yet, just let them know about this application. Okay, so I'm gonna call the question. And the question is, the question is about proposal to change zoning on 300 Flatbush Avenue from a single family to a multi-family use.
I have questions.
Go ahead.
Okay. The correspondence that Dan had sent to us is saying that he was writing in regard to the
Excuse me, the correspondence that Dan sent to you was very clearly that attorney-client privilege and should not be discussed in public. Okay,
How
if
is
you
it,
wish-
Dan, there's
it's
nothing
legally-
here
it's-
that says that there's a litigation going on or a
that
pending
doesn't
litigation
mean
on
it's
this
not
matter?
Attorney-client privilege, the communication is specifically labeled attorney-client privilege, cannot be discussed in public.
But there's no lawsuit against this.
That is totally irrelevant.
It is not irrelevant if you read the,
If you disclose the
Municipal law.
contents of a confidential attorney-client communication, you are acting in, violation of privilege, and it's completely
okay, so
unlawful.
how do we talk about this case then? How do we talk about the
How do you
issue
talk
at
about what
hand?
case?
The issue at hand right now, how do we
You
talk
can
about it?
deliberate about the application that's in front of you. You cannot discuss attorney-client communications.
I
in
understand
public
that, I said, how do we talk about the issue at hand then? Because the issue at hand is that it was stated with X, Y, and Z that the applicant of X, Y, and Z had the opportunity to do X, Y, and Z, but the council doesn't have that to do, and because I can't speak, you're telling me it makes no sense.
I didn't say you can't speak, what I said is you can't speak about confidential attorney-client communications in public. You can ask for a private session.
No,
with
because
your
I think
attorney
that
and
the
you can
public's
speak about it.
entitled to know of this because there's no
The public
litigation
is not
going on.
entitled to be aware of advice that is given.
How is this
from
an
attorneys.
attorney-client privilege then? Can
I'm
you
not
explain
gonna-
to me?
No, I'm not gonna explain that to you in a public session.
But how can this be,
It's private attorney-client privilege because my office says it is.
and
Okay,
where does
we
that
are
say in
your
the
lawyer,
city
you're
code or
saying
charter that your
that-
office says it
You know,
is?
if you want
And
us to
it's always your
stop
opinion and you
communicating
don't
with you, we'll
represent the
stop
council at
communicating
all.
with you.
You don't represent the council at all. You serve at the pleasure of the mayor, you're also supposed to represent the legislative branch. For example, when I asked the beginning of the last meeting, I asked if the council could file a petition for a commercial petition, and you told me absolutely not. Well,
No, I didn't say absolutely
municipal
not.
law allows the council to file any petition they want to.
That's a misrepresentation of what I said, Mary.
So,
What I said
no,
was
you told me
under-
no, and
under
I
the
talked to
code,
people
you
on this
asked-
committee
okay.
about that too.
Okay.
But I don't know how you can have a discussion about something that needs to be voted on when you can't talk about it.
No one said you can't talk about it. There is a motion on the floor, okay, under Robert's rules, you know, Jim can call for a vote, and it can be
Wait,
discussed
we
on
use
the
rubber
floor.
rules when they're in somebody's favor, not,
I'm
and
not-
you use them against them. It would just happen, okay?
Let me go get the book and I'll show you.
No, that's okay.
No, I'm
You know
getting
what?
it because you just called me a liar. so
No, I didn't
get
call
it.
you a liar, Jim. So I want to know how the applicant can delay their own petition, but the city can't. When it was filed on October 28th, 2016, and there was a 90-day clause. But the planning board deferred the rezoning to the council. So don't, before any action should have been taken, shouldn't the rezoning have been done? But then the planning board called for a seeker request, okay? And based on that seeker request, people that live in the area of the Alms House had concerns because of the infrastructure, et cetera, et cetera. And it's being stated that this is about rezoning, and it's about none of those other things. So then why was the seeker process request done? Because that brought many questions to the people that live in that area, to the people that are gonna have storm sewer water reverted to pump houses, et cetera. They had concerns. And everybody says it's not about that now, it's about the rezoning. And I agree with that. But why was the seeker request done prior to a rezoning even being done? And why didn't the EDA with Ulster County do a rezoning to begin with, before the property even went up for sale? There's so many what ifs and so many closed door sessions that took place on this and continue to. And I believe that you, Dan, should be representing us, the city and the council, and I don't feel that's what you're doing.
That's fine.
You're representing Rupco and not the city of
You are
Kingston.
entitled to your opinion, and I am not going to give legal advice to my client in public. I'm not gonna do it.
I didn't ask you to.
Yes, you are, right now,
No, I said you don't represent the council.
and you're entitled to your opinion.
You wrote the Heritage Commission letter, you wrote things all in favor of the project rather than assisting us, who you're supposed to assist. Whether we like the subject or not, whether you like the people involved or not, Dan, this is who we are and this is who you're supposed to represent.
Can we not have this discussion? I don't see how it's germane, I don't see how it's getting us anywhere. I feel like people are going to have a clear vote on this particular issue. There are
There
a
is
lot
no
of
clear vote.
unsubstantiated.
And
there are a lot
how
of
does he get to cut me
unsubstantiated-
off?
A lot of unsubstantiated claims here, a lot of back and forth, and I just don't see how this is productive in any way, shape, or form.
Marion, did you want to finish?
Because I don't see how you can vote on something when we don't have answers. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, I'll read this to you. Everybody see Robert's rules, right? Robert's rules, take from the table. Okay. In ordinary deliberate assemblies, a question should be laid on the table only temporarily, with expectations that its consideration will be resumed after the interrupting question is disposed of, or at a more convenient time. After the question is disposed of, that was introduced when the first question was laid on the table. Any member may move to take the first question from the table.
Thank you. Now, how come, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. And I do have questions, Rennie, that need to be answered, so. I just lost my total train of thought as he was reading that. No, but it'll come back to me. But I do have a question because Carly sent to us yesterday that there was a protest petition filed. And how does that come into play now?
Dan, do you want to answer that, or should I? Or Jim?
The protest petition was filed, I believe it was yesterday. The meeting of the council is Tuesday, and there will be a determination on how we're going to proceed with regard to the protest petition between now and Tuesday. Has no impact on what you're doing tonight.
So in
Okay,
other-
that I was given misinformation on that then, because my understanding is that tonight, there will be a vote from this committee, and that Tuesday it will go to the council, and because the protest petition was filed, that it requires a 3/4 vote on the floor. And that's what 40572 of the city charter code states.
And that's what I just said, a determination as to whether or not that protest petition kicks the necessary percentage up to 3/4.
Right.
Will be determined in the next, 3 days, and we will have our answer for you prior to the meeting. It has nothing to do with what you're doing tonight, which is just referring it to the council.
But it does.
No, it doesn't, Mary Ann. What vote total is required to pass it on Tuesday needs to be determined by Tuesday, not tonight. And there is no way that our office, having received the petition yesterday, has the opportunity to do the necessary research to determine whether or not we believe that it is, valid and enforceable. So
Well,
we will
since-
have that decision before the meeting on Tuesday.
But that's not how it was explained to me earlier.
I don't know who explained what to you, Mary Ann.
It was came from our corporation council that it would be passed out of committee tonight, whether it be negative or positive, and it would be voted on the floor, and that it would be a 3/4 vote. So if we don't have an answer to that, how can we do anything this evening? Because we have a special finance meeting before caucus, why don't we have a special laws and rule before caucus, and then we'd have an answer then, before the, 24 hours before the council meeting?
Our office's position is that that determination has nothing to do with the vote tonight. The vote tonight is to send it to the floor, and what happens on the floor on Tuesday will be decided before Tuesday.
Okay, can I ask my question again? Since there's a special finance meeting on Monday night prior to caucus, why can't there be a special laws and rules prior to caucus as well, which is 24 hours before the council, and I think that there would be a determination by then.
The issue has been taken off the floor by motion. The chair has asked for a motion to call the question, and obviously you have the right to vote no.
But can my question be answered? I've asked it twice, do I need to ask it a third time? Why
It's not
can't?
up to me when you schedule meetings, Mary Ann. It's up to, the chair of the committee and the alderman at large.
Okay, so I'm making a recommendation that Corporation Council does not have an answer to a pertinent question this evening, that will have a determination, I'm assuming 24 hours before the council meeting on Tuesday. So if there's a special finance meeting on Monday evening, I request that a special finance meeting for laws and rules also take place at caucus, because we should have a determination 24 hours prior to the council meeting. So I'm making a motion to do that.
Okay, procedurally, can we do that in the midst of a motion to call the vote?
Well, I'm not sure how the meeting scheduling works. I think it would be up to majority, minority, council president to make meeting times and dates, so they have two.
Well, I would support that, because I thought it was, I didn't know it was up for interpretation. I thought it was pretty clear. I don't know what's going to be reviewed. The petition itself, I assume, is going to be reviewed, as opposed to like the charter.
The petition, applicable law, applicable cases that relate to protest petitions, it's not a simple question. And it's not something that could be determined between the time it came in yesterday and the meeting this evening.
I would support a special meeting.
That's in there.
I'll just say from the outset, I don't have a problem with a special meeting. My concern procedurally though here is, I don't think we can set that meeting until after we vote. Is that correct?
Well, I don't think you're on the question. You can only get a vote or a motion or a second, yeah, right,
I don't think we have a motion or a second for the
Motion.
question.
so
No, this is for the question though.
Ah.
procedurally, you'd probably have to table it again.
So it's table it, schedule a meeting, untable it.
For Monday.
Well, so let me get this straight. So if we have the meeting prior to caucus on Monday, we've got to retable this, bring it back up for a vote on Monday.
Or
Take it back over
somebody can make a motion in a second to call for a vote at this meeting.
Well, they said they wanted to make an opinion on it, I mean, he just said he wasn't prepared tonight to make an opinion.
My motion is a recommendation to table it until Monday until we have information from Corporation Council, so we know what the correct procedures are, because that was relayed.
So we've got a question, so we've got a suggestion to table and reschedule special meeting Monday before caucus.
As a majority leader, I'm on Rod's sake.
Yeah, because I thought it was a lot clearer than it is now.
Yeah.
Because it, based on the city code, so I don't, yeah, I think we do need more, we do need that information.
Okay, so
Agree.
now I have to have a motion to retable,
You will.
and then, a
The
motion,
special meeting Monday, we would.
You have
motion
to vote.
retable, and then.
We have to vote on this one also, to table again.
So we gotta vote on this to table again, and then, once that vote is taken, we've got to vote to schedule the meeting. That's the procedure. I have a motion to retable. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in favor, and 1 no. Okay, so the motion to retable wins, and now we have to talk about rescheduling for caucus. Right now, we have a special finance meeting on Monday night, right before caucus at,
6:45.
And they also have to post it, you need some amount of time, so you're gonna have.
are we gonna make the
Friday,
posting?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think you need 3 days. so.
Okay, all right, so we'll make sure.
We got to get a consensus from the caucus to have a special,
Okay, yeah,
Well, given how these discussions have gone, we'll need 3 or 4 hours for this meeting, right?
I hope not. I mean, that brings up the other issue, is what time we want to schedule it. If it's scheduled, if finance is scheduled for 6:45, can we?
Well, can I make a suggestion? Can I make a
Yeah.
suggestion? I know we've done it in the past, we've held caucus the day of the council meeting, like before the council meeting, would that make more sense, so that we're not.
I would just have your caucus when you're done, because all your.
Yeah, because how long is that?
people
That's just
will
one
be here,
item,
you know what
right?
I mean?
Yeah, okay.
So, questions have been raised, they could go on.
So we would meet right after finance, whenever
Or
finance is.
6. You said
Or
6:45.
at 6,
6.
right?
So then the motion that it was originally tabled with, that we need our zoning code brought up to par from the comp plan, are we gonna light any fire under the zoning, because it's been 6 years since the comp plan
We
and the
can,
rezoning?
right now, it's tabled, right? So we're
I'm
not,
just saying
we're
we
not,
should-
but that's something that you could bring up at the meeting,
And
right?
that was the question. that
So
just
the
came
question,
up.
but the question really is now at this point, when do we reschedule the meeting?
It should be after finance and before caucus, because if we do it before finance and we go beyond time, what do we do then, right? So
We'd have to adjourn and then reconvene, right?
Right, so just
How does everyone feel about that? But that,
But
so then we'd
that's
have to
6 o'clock.
say, because caucus is at 7, we'd have to say the meeting is at 7, caucus would have to be moved back.
Well, caucus is kind of political.
Fluid, it's not as.
And the chairman calls that, and he can write down whatever, so.
Okay, so can we agree then that we will meet Monday at 7, right after the special finance meeting, knowing that this could go on and it will push
And
caucus back?
Caucus is immediately after.
Now, do I need to have a vote on that procedure now? Okay, so we're agreed, Monday, 7, after special finance, to deal with the zoning change and to get an answer about the petition.
Yeah, and I'm not telling you I'm gonna have a definitive answer on Monday, what we can do.
But I'm
Well,
thinking
here we
very
go.
good that do this one way or another to get this all.
Okay.
Now, I know there was a question with moving the other meeting to July 27th.
Yeah.
Is Carly gonna have ample time with all these changes? I'm not sure if she will, because there's not ample time to have it down July 27th.
You mean on the 20th?
No, I asked for it to be changed to July 27th, and she said she would not have time to get all the preparation. So is she gonna have time to get all this for Monday and Tuesday?
I mean, we can ask,
Yeah.
There's nobody here from the city clerk's office, right?
we can ask.
Oh,
Lynn
there she is.
Lynn is
She didn't even have-
um,
Lynn doesn't work for the city clerk's office.
she's our legislator, right? We can, and you, if you want, you could email that question and CC everyone so that it's transparent and let's see.
Well, if there's ample time now, there should be ample time then as well.
Okay, all right, so we're-
So can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second,
second.
and we are adjourned.